Rudy Giuliani did a fantastic job. The city was safe, and then all of a sudden we have a mayor. He starts cutting the police force, and crime is up 100%, 150%. I saw one form of crime up 300%. So I think it's very important, whether you talk Seattle, where they have very good police, but they're not allowed to do their job. You have to allow the police to do their job. I agree with you. Those events are terrible, but we have to allow the police to do their job. Yeah. Otherwise, crime is going to soar. Now, the problem is that in Democrat, usually
by the way, let's have Reg bring this up. There was a recent poll that showed actually among non-Republican voters, blacks were the ones who were more likely to actually think that we need more of a police presence than white Democrat voters.
Wow. Is run by Democrats.
Because the blacks are the moderate in the DNC today. Yeah. Listen, I of course am a Democrat. I can't vote for a Republican because I find myself aligning with their values. What about abortion after birth and defund the police? The fuck?
Wait a second.
What are you talking about?
I had no idea that was on the platform.
Oh, you talking about like that old like Nancy Pelosi Chinatown bitch going like, oh, come on down to China. No, that bitch crazy as hell. I just mean I'm a Democrat because like my dad was.
Right through the glass, right in their face. And just has destroyed. I mean, I hear they're going to make it, but they're going to have a hard time ever being the same.
Mr. President, you're right.
And it's just a terrible thing.
That was monstrous. There's no question about that. But a lot of people look at the statistics.
But that's a lack of respect.
Hold on a second.
When somebody can do that, that's a lack of respect. There's no retribution. They feel there's no retribution. This guy walks up to a police car and he starts shooting point-blank range at two innocent people. You can't let that happen. You have to be very tough on crime when it comes to things.
Tough on crime, but also obey the rules and regulations for policing. And you talk about police choking. You talk about bad apples. But a lot of people look at the statistics. Black Americans more than 3 times more likely than white Americans to be killed by police.
Not true.
No. Wrong. Not true. Reg, let's bring up that stat. Wrong. Was it 18? It was 18 white people killed by police officers last year, 9 unarmed black men. And again, you have to take into account police interactions.
Right.
Police interactions. Someone being pulled over, someone committing a crime. How often do police interact with black people and white people? And actually, white people are more likely to be shot. You can't just take a percentage of a population if, unfortunately, because of the failing current welfare state, that they now want to continue growing. If you look at Joe Biden, their solution, it's nothing different. Nothing different from Lyndon Johnson Modern Cities program, Model Cities program. There's nothing different. There's nothing new under the sun. The left wants to throw more money at it, and that, of course, is systematically pulled at the thread of the African-American family. So you have young black men who are 30 times more likely to commit homicide. They're exponentially more likely to commit violent crime because they often don't have dads, and they live in communities that, like we see with all these riots, are run by Democrats. You want to know why more crime occurs in the black community? Do you want to know? It's not because of melanin, as Nick Cannon would say. Look at why there's more crime occurring in all major leftist cities right now, because they don't do anything. Because people are sitting ducks. And when you make crime easier, more accessible, and less punishable, more people engage in crime because the juice is worth the squeeze. Right now, you can see why there is more crime in urban inner cities, which have been democratically run for decades. It's because people think they can get away with it more than, for example, in the suburbs of Texas.